Bitcoin, Litecoin, OneCoin, and Ethercoin are leading the new currency evolution, and businesses like yours are reaping the rewards. Businesses worldwide are beginning to accept Bitcoin to eliminate the hassles and transaction fees of banking and payroll services. Bank fees, holds on your money, and hassles with payroll companies can be a thing of the past. With the new currency, you are the bank. Join us today with Amazon best-selling author Tom McMurrain and learn how you can use the latest in digital currency to eliminate all the fees and how you can reward your employees in currency that actually appreciates in value. Open your business to the new currency community and the future of payments. And now we invite you to join Amazon best-selling author Tom McMurrain along with your host Rich Casanova and get connected with the future of payments.
All right, we are live in the Pro Business Channel studios here in Atlanta on the New Currency Show. Rich Casanova here hosting alongside, we have Tom McMurrain in the studio. Tom, how are things so far this week for you?
Day in a life of digital currency is great.
It's the coin you're living the coin lifestyle.
Living the coin lifestyle. You know what that means? I don't know. We're defining it right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And they can go to the website to check it out. That's coinlifestyle.com.
Yeah, or you can go to the blog.org.
.org for updates.
Yeah. For updates, yeah.
And if you're a fan of the show, been tuning in, this is our first month in launching the brand new show, the New Currency Show, and we're very excited. Let's kind of delve into the hot topics. Tom, what's on the short list
Well, we've got some cool things going on. Just as far as added credibility, I mean, when you see the insurance company John Hancock, you ever heard of that one?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, they're using the blockchain not as much for currency, but they're doing it. You know, they had $24.6 billion in customer claims, and they say they're exploring the wide range of the blockchain for wide range of areas of business, and more so towards just the customer service aspect, how to smooth things out, KYC. Know your customer, but I like how they say they're interested in making the company more transparent and more efficient. I don't know,
That's a big challenge on that scale, yeah.
It's like, we want to. But anyway, it was pretty cool to see John Hancock using the blockchain. A lot of people have to understand the blockchain is really a platform. I use the analogy, it's like the mobile service that powers your phone and all the apps that are on top of it. But they're talking about customer service programs, employee rewards programs, creating incentive programs, and, there's just so many uses. I mean, anything that involves really a transaction where there's data flowing from one person to another, as we saw last week, energy flowing from one person to another, the blockchain can connect people, much like Napster did.
Right.
But Napster had one flaw. It had a centralized server, whereas the blockchain doesn't. So it's completely
decentralized.
Yeah, it's a distributed network. So, interesting article with John Hancock. We see a lot of the financial companies that are exploring it, but I think what sums it up is the end of the article, where he talks about, it really depends on how regulations go.
Right.
And really what he's saying is it's such a gray area right now, all of the digital currency space. There's no legislation around it, not very much. And so companies are testing it, but they're not going whole hog until they get regulations in place. And we see that with a lot of companies, like digital currency companies, leaving the United States because there is no legal guidelines. They could just all of a sudden swoop in and use some mail fraud law to put you out of business or something like that. So businesses don't like scaling up on a technology in the United States until there's some type of legal regulatory framework put in place.
I thought one of the interesting takeaways on my end here was reading the article is this idea of what's in process right now, proof of concept, and that earlier this year, the Big Four accounting firm Ernst & Young published a report listing that this whole concept of peer-to-peer, which is a whole economy is now being generated on this peer-to-peer premise. But the concept of insurance and faster distribution of recognized, personalized products amongst its list of opportunities for insurers using the blockchain, as you mentioned. And that analogy back to the cell phone is genius because everybody has that smartphone and understands that is the platform. But it's not useless, but the apps is what really drives and really makes that a tool that universal and so many applications by using the apps on their phone. So that's what the blockchain is.
With like computer programs that built on top of DOS. Microsoft made it easy. So Microsoft was an app that ran on top of DOS.
Right.
Okay. And maybe some of the older people, it kind of shows my age, but
I know when you said DOS, I was
DOS is like, cool. Disk operating system. Do you even know what it stands for? That's the next loaded question. But he says once it all gets figured out, you'll see this technology become more ubiquitous. And like I've always said, and I'll say this from the beginning, I think there are some industries and elements of government that technically don't want to be transparent. So they'll be fighting this tooth and nail, not wanting regulations to come out. But I don't know. We saw how the internet proliferated, not a lot of regulations in place. As we went along, fair legislation came in and turned it into a multi-trillion-dollar industry. So I'm excited about the blockchain because it is the next multi-trillion-dollar industry. We're just at those very beginning stages. So.
All right. And what's the next topic on your short list and going on in the media today?
Scotcoin. I'm trying to do my Scottish. Damn it, Jim. We need somewhat more Scotcoin in the engine room. But Scotcoin. I love seeing. I see these people running around in kilts with their Scotcoin, wanting to spend their Scotcoin for kegs of beer. Right. Interesting article about interview actually with Temple Melville, Scotcoin's majority leader, discusses the future of cryptocurrency, and this actually I found this out of Cointelegraph. It was a great article, but he just talks about how the mistakes that Iceland made, where when they first issued their currency, they just gave a bunch to everybody.
Right.
And you just can't do that, because if you just give a bunch to everybody and there's no retailers for them to go spend it at, that's not good. That's like handing beers to everybody and not giving them a bottle opener. I mean, what are you going to do with it?
Right. But because we are talking about early adopters, and like you said, you have to get all those parts of the puzzle together. Would it be fair to say it's also maybe like the electric car? When that phenomenon hit the market, not only Tesla, but all of the other ones, what did you have to have? You had to have the charging station.
Outlet,
the charging stations.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So is that kind of what you're talking about in this case? They need the retail
driving electric cars. It looks like the blizzard of 2014. Everybody stalled out on the highway.
Right.
Yeah. What I talk about in digital currency is you have to be able to build a river first.
Right.
Okay. So if you're the head of a country and you can say, okay, we're going to issue Scotcoin to all of our members or all of our citizens.
Right.
Okay. You just created a river. Now where are the tributaries? Tributaries are what make a river healthy.
Feed it. Yeah.
They feed it. And tributaries represent businesses. And that's what we're doing in Atlanta with this show, is we're showing businesses how to take, like we'll have 40, 50 people at our luncheon today over at the Capitol Grill. And our goal is to show people how to take digital currency.
Right.
And it was like back in 1991 where our goal was to show you how to send an email. Our goal was to show you how to get online. And so that's where we are, very early stages right now. We're going out and we're educating people on taking in. Thank God we have BitPay right here in Atlanta.
Yeah, absolutely. Right out our window is where it all started.
Sign up for free right now and take BitPay. Yeah. I mean, and instead of paying a 3% credit card charge and monthly fees, they charge a 1% fee.
Wow.
So you as a business, if you could use an extra, 2 or 3% in your pocket every month, that adds up, doesn't it?
Well, it's like you have to rewind quite a ways, but there was a day and time where businesses only took cash and checks.
Yeah.
Right?
And then Diners Club came along. Yeah. So, but as far as the the thing with Scotcoin, I think what's interesting here, what comes away from it, I love his example. He says we have educational meetings and we're going around and educating people how to do it, and we're giving people Scotcoin, which is the same thing we do at our luncheons. People come to our luncheon if they go to setupcoinwallet.com. They can go see a tutorial on how to set up a free e-wallet. It takes like 2 minutes, if that. If you're a fast typer, it takes maybe 30 seconds. But if you do that and send us your account number, my email is in that video. And we will send you some free Bitcoin. And then what we do is we ask you to go donate it to United Way, so you can learn something and do something good at the same time. You can help,
And that's Setup Coin Wallet.
Setupcoinwallet.com. And I love what they're doing in Scotland, and we're going to see it happening in every country. I got to tell you, fiat currencies. How about the article? Did we mention this last week when Venezuela had to borrow the money to buy the ink to print their currency?
I don't think you mentioned that.
Yeah,
no.
I should have had that article here. That was so funny. I mean, that's when you know you're broke.
Right.
I saw another article online this week, and I'll just it was one that said that the penny cost 1.7 cents to mint.
Yeah.
And the nickel cost 8 cents to mint. And I'm sitting there going, when your money costs more to mint than it's actually worth, that's writing on the wall, isn't it?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
and if you have to borrow the money to buy the ink to print your money.
Yeah.
But that's then you're in pretty bad shape.
That's
there,
a red flag if I ever heard one. Now you mentioned a couple of times this luncheon. I know we'll probably mention at the end of the show, but how would folks, especially within Georgia or Metro Atlanta, participate in the luncheon?
Okay, well here's something cool. Number one, they can go to Facebook and they can type in their city or state name.
Okay.
And they can type new currency. So then go to the search bar in Facebook and type their city or state name and do new currency. And number one, they'll find a group that's local that's doing what we're doing.
Wow.
Okay. So we're keeping that uniform across the country. And actually, we have one in Puerto Rico too. So we've got a guy down there, Angel, who's heading it up, which I'm excited about that. Yeah. But they can do that. And they can go to New Currency Lunch in Atlanta.
Okay.
And if they don't find one in their city and they want to set one up and they want to start helping us, they can go to Atlanta in Facebook. They go to Atlanta New Currency in the search bar and ask to be admitted to our group, and they can contact me there as well.
At Facebook?
Yeah. Okay. And then, of course, we've got our administrator on newcurrencylunch.com, where they can go there and register for the meetup and come to our Atlanta event if they want to. I mean, if they're within the area and they want to see what we're doing, they should just fly here. Yeah. We got a great airport.
We do. And the
world's flying. Well, I can't.
Well, the world's busiest airport, and we have the train. We'll take you right to almost nearby the luncheon and all that great stuff. And so what is that? The
well, we got
take away from this article here. But you talked about perhaps
the most
20%
important
off.
thing is people have to be educated. We need educators right now. So all of the teachers that are getting ready to go on summer break, we got a job for you.
Nice.
Okay, we want you to go share digital currency, and it's really easy. I mean, it's easier than setting up an online bank account or brokerage account. It's easy. And that's the takeaway is the Scotcoin. The takeaway is there's a country adopting a digital currency, and they're doing it right.
Right.
And they're educating people one person at a time. Seth Godin says, if you can find 1,000 passionate people to go teach something, you can create a revolution. And we don't want to create a revolution. We want to create a what?
Evolution.
Yeah.
And then talk to us about that for a second, because people use those words interchangeable, but it's not, right?
Well, an evolution moves you beyond where you are to just to a new day, if you will, whereas a revolution takes you back. And we really don't want to go back to the banking system where, we're basically being put in debt and we're being depreciated and we're having to work harder for less. That's basically been the mantra of the banking industry. We're going to depreciate your dollar. We're going to make you pay for more, and we're going to issue more debt, and we're going to make you pay for your Ford F-150, pick up the rest of your life, and give you an 87-month loan. And by the way, did you know what the Latin meaning of mortgage is? Do you know this?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Lifelong death. Whoever named mortgages had a really sick sense of humor. But anyway, let's get back to the articles.
This next one is very intriguing.
Well, it's unfortunate to see Patrick. He's having a battle with hepatitis C. He's the CEO of Overstock, so he's having to step down. Hep C is it's real serious, and so he's really got to focus on his health. And we wish the best to him to fight that and to beat the battle. And he has been a warrior for the Bitcoin industry. He was one of the first retailers to come out and accept Bitcoin. And because of him, we've seen hundreds of thousands of businesses around the world have the courage to accept Bitcoin. And those who have been benefited in a great way, because we've seen Bitcoin go from, a few dollars to $442 yesterday per coin. So that's been, could you imagine being a retailer and seeing the amount of money that you brought in revenues multiply times 100?
Right.
200? Yeah, that makes you more profitable, doesn't it?
That gets you to sit up in your seat.
That makes the shareholders a little happier, wouldn't it? But definitely. Mitch Edwards, the general counsel of Overstock, is the acting CEO.
Okay.
And the big question about the article is Overstock going to change their stance on this? And I believe the answer is no, because Mitch is very experienced in BitTorrent and distributed platforms, and he's served also as the CFO, so he definitely understands the impact of lesser fees. And let's talk about this real quick.
Okay.
Reduced amount of fees you have to pay to bring in money. Okay. Right. So less credit card fraud, no credit card fraud, no fraud.
Yeah.
So when people do
it's
it,
fraudless.
It's
fraudless.
Frog legs. Frog legs.
Not frog legs. Fraudless.
Yeah, no, fraudless. So, when you think
Did you
about,
just coin a new term?
Yeah, I did. Frog. I'm thinking about it. I'm going for the domain. Who's got the domain?
Exactly. Yeah. Stand by. We're going to take a quick intermission break while Tom captures the domain name.
Well, I think if you're out there in the community tonight, be a great idea to say a little prayer for Patrick. Number one,
absolutely,
for him to overcome the Hep C, and just to be very thankful for Overstock in our community and them creating awareness and accepting Bitcoin. So if you want to go do a Bitcoin transaction, let's say today, you're like, okay, Tom, I want to do one. Well, number one, you set up an e-wallet. So you can go to setupcoinwallet.com and figure out how to do that.
Right.
And I'll give you one other plug. There's a group called Local Bitcoins.
Okay.
And there's people all over Atlanta right now that if you go, say, deposit money in their bank, they'll send some Bitcoin to you. And they're all peer reviewed. So some of them have done 100 plus transactions, and they have a perfect rating. That's the type of person you want to deal with. So it's kind of like travel,
or the Yelp. It's almost like the Yelp service.
It's like a Yelp. They're all peer reviewed.
Okay.
And if they've done good transactions, they will be perfectly rated. Only do business with perfectly rated people.
And that's here in Atlanta. What's it called?
It's all over the world.
But how do I reach
localbitcoins.com?
Localbitcoins.com.
And so if you say, hey, I want to go buy a Bitcoin right now, which is about, you might pay $4.50 for it. You might pay a little bit more.
But also
you might not.
You can buy a fractional of a Bitcoin as well, right?
You could buy 10% of a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yes.
For like $40 or something.
Yeah, but on that site, you log in and you become a customer, and it's a pretty cool site for people that want to get their hands on Bitcoin today.
Right.
Or, of course, they can go set up a brokerage account with Kraken or Coinbase or somebody like that and buy Bitcoin right off the market. It'll take a few days for the account to get set up, but they can do that. So that's it. And
and finally, Mitch, if you're listening, we need to have you call in on an upcoming episode here.
Yeah, absolutely. Mitch, we want to talk to you. We want to know what your stance on Bitcoin is going to be.
Yeah. Let's make it happen, Mitch. Come on.
I'll reach out to him. I've actually got contacts over there. I'm excited about getting them on the show. But hey, also Trump coin.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Moving on up to the east side, baby. Not only did he put a country butt whooping on everybody in New York. Yeah. So of course he got whooped in a couple of states himself. But yeah, no, Trump coin is moving up, and we went to a website called C-CEX.
Okay.
And so let's say you wanted to buy Trump coin right now and you didn't have any Bitcoin.
Right.
Go to setupcoinwallet.com, set up your wallet.
Okay.
Then you could go to localbitcoins.com and go buy some Bitcoin from somebody. And you could go to C-CEX.com and you can buy Trump coin right now on the exchange.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that'd be a collector's
I bought a couple of Bitcoins worth. It was like 120,000 Trump coins or something like that. So, but yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited about Trump coin. We'll see where it goes.
Well, and he's guaranteeing that's going to increase in value, and it's going to be bigger and bolder and better than any other coin on the planet.
States, it might become worth something, so we never know.
Yeah, watch out, George Washington. Your face is getting ready to be taken off of our currency. And Trump.
Yeah, so let's
switch gears here and talk about.
Well, we had one other issue that we got to mention, and we got to jump in our core topic.
With OneCoin.
Yeah, they hit 30% of their coins mined. They'll be releasing their e-commerce platform at their national event in June at the UK. They've got 10,000 tickets sold for that event.
Already pre-sold.
No Bitcoin community has ever put 10,000 digital coin enthusiasts in a room. And I want to say that loud and clear to the Bitcoin community, because some of them don't like what OneCoin's doing. But they've got they have a rumor says they have 300,000 businesses will be accepting OneCoin. And with 1.8 million members that are mining coins right now, I got to imagine that's going to be.
We'll do the math on that one.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an easy number for them to achieve. Wow. But they're doing big things and doing it differently. There's nothing. Apple did it differently.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of companies did it differently and made it work. So
can folks, just average citizens, attend this event in London?
I think the tickets are sold out. I don't know if they're sold out yet, but they were very close. I know they only had 10,000 tickets, and they said, doors are closing. So, and that was only in a week they sold 10,000 tickets.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, but anyway.
But talk about this. Well, the OneCoin building the PayPal similar platform, right? And that it also complies with the KYC. Yeah,
I think it's important for people to realize that OneCoin is they're having to do KYC on all their members. They want to comply with the AML, the anti-money laundering laws, and they want to make sure that they're here for the long run. So the owner of the company is very smart in that regard. She is implementing KYC, which most digital currencies don't. And they have a MasterCard relationship because of that,
right.
Which means that not only will 300,000 businesses be able to take it, but really anybody who takes MasterCard. Now, you'll probably have to sell some of your coins and put cash in your account,
right.
And use it like a debit card.
Right.
And I'll tell you, I did look at their fees, and the fees on the card aren't cheap, but when your currency is going up by 15 times value in a year, I guess you can afford
a couple of points is no big deal, whatever.
Yeah, is no big deal. But
so,
it goes against the grain of Bitcoin people who say we don't want any fees, we don't want any bank type operations.
Right.
But the reality is, no, if you don't do that, you're not going to get mainstream.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
So we just stay tuned. We got a big announcement about 10 seconds here. Stand by. But I just wanted to remind our listeners you are on the Pro Business Channel studios here in Buckhead, and you're listening to the New Currency Show with Tom McMurrain, Rich Casanova here, your host. And so we have a teaser right now. So you're flying out. Yeah, I'm going to let you do the honors in this big announcement. You're flying out tomorrow morning from Atlanta to Miami, and you're not just going there to work on your tan.
Well, actually, I will be working on my
Scottish tan. Yeah,
I'm going to be working on this. I'm going to be putting sunscreen on what I'm going to be doing. So I'll be pink for my video viewing. No,
so talk to us about what's happening in Miami.
We're real excited. Big announcement. We got we secured the exclusive spot on the Grant Cardone TV show for digital currency.
Wow.
And so we're going to be doing a weekly TV show, which it'll probably be one of the only digital currency TV shows. I don't know if it's in the world. Yeah, we should say that it's the only digital currency TV show in the world.
We're in the world,
Is that good? But yeah, no. Hey, he's got 1 million Facebook followers, 380,000 viewers on YouTube, and an email database of hundreds of thousands of people. So we are going to get the word out about digital currency, and we're going to get tens of thousands of people around the world setting up e-wallets and getting them, more importantly, to duplicate and teach others how to do it. Well, that's the only way we're going to create a movement here.
Yeah, well, congratulations on that. That's a huge announcement here.
That's great. Listen to that studio.
I'm telling you, man, the crowd goes wild. Yeah, let me hold it down. Tom is talking to people. Come on, quiet on this side. Yeah,
but no, it's funny. We're going to. That's interesting. We could have some fun with that.
Oh, absolutely.
But no, we're going to be filming it in Vegas and Miami and Atlanta.
Wow.
So after our big events that we're doing in those cities, we're actually going to have the people that want to come to the event for our cocktail hour.
Oh, okay.
We're actually going to have a live audience similar to what we just had.
And adult beverages. That's an interesting mix.
Yeah, that's right. Well, they can't bring any fruit. No fruit. We're going to be patting people down for fruit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
salad not included. Yeah.
So, topic of the day.
Absolutely. Let's jump into it. So, as we teased last week, we really want to delve into this whole area of mining Bitcoins and digital currency, cryptocurrency, and all that good stuff. So,
yeah, two types of mining.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got server based, where you actually use a computer to figure out the algorithms to unlock the coins. That's the complicated part. That's the part that 99% of people are not going to do in their life.
Right.
Okay. So we're not going to spend a lot of time on it because looking at your computer over there, if you hook that,
don't pick on my computer. I'm kind of attached to it. Yeah.
Was that a Presario? No, anyway, it's something. It's a model above that. It's close. But anyway,
CIB and ThinkPad.
That one would take about 5,000 years to mine a block of coins. So I don't know if we've got that much time. But even a newer state-of-the-art
right
computer,
off the shelf,
Highline, if you hooked it up and downloaded the software, it'd take 3,000 years. So what I'm telling you
3,000 years to mine.
Yeah, which is not cool. So really the only mining opportunity, say, in Bitcoin. And why is because there's major servers around the world that are competing for Bitcoins.
Yeah.
And unless you have a building or a whole floor of servers, you're just not going to be able to compete. And then you got to learn how to hook them up and buy these graphics. And I'm not a technical guy, but I've seen these rooms. And I can do Legos and erector sets and stuff like that. This stuff's way beyond.
This is Pentagon kind of stuff.
Yeah, these people are amazing. But it's the mining. You can go to somebody like Genesis-mining.com, and you can rent server space. And I'll give you an idea. My son was in here. Was that last week?
Yeah.
When we talked, he had done that, and so he's mining coins through them, and they're putting coins in his account every day. So he's accumulating wealth. But I bought a $4,400 mining package with them.
Right.
And I will get the return of my principal. They will have mined enough coins for me to return my principal in about 120 days.
Wow.
So the balance of the year, it's only a 1-year contract. The balance of the year is gravy for me.
Yeah.
And I'm having those coins, those Bitcoins, actually transmitted into Ether coins, which are at a real low price right now. They dipped down to 7. I told you if they would dip down to 5.
Right, I remember that, yeah.
But they dipped down to 7. They're back up to 8 today or something like that. So I'm mining these coins. I'm putting them into Ethercoin. Well, let's say Ethercoin triples in value this year.
Right.
So not only have I tripled my account value, my 4,000, but then I've also tripled the appreciation of it. It could provide a massive return for me. And so Genesis Dash Mining is a really great shared mining company.
Right.
Be very careful of the ones that pay high commissions or big referral fees. I'm not a big fan of those because the space is too competitive to do that.
Right.
That's the bottom line. You can't do that. But so server-based mining, the only opportunity in mining is probably renting rack space.
Yeah, you either have to own it or rent it. Right, yeah.
Yeah, you got to own a lot. So for a newbie that's getting into this, just kind of disregard setting up your own computer.
Yeah.
You could do it for the fun of it, but you're never going to get any coins.
Right. And 3,000 years, I mean, I eat well and exercise, but that's that's ridiculous.
I know.
And there's also the token aspect of it, right?
Well, here's
side?
an interesting thing. There's a token-based model, which the Bitcoinists are not huge fans of, but a pre-mined strategy where you actually purchase tokens and they apply those to the algorithm and a certain number of coins is released is a much more efficient model. There's not as much transparency in it. I get that. That's why the Bitcoinists are against it. But here's the problem. Bitcoin's using more energy than all of Holland combined.
What?
So it's not very green when you think about it.
Oh, okay.
And as it gets bigger, I mean, and you got to understand, we have a small community now. I mean, it could get to a point where it's using more energy than North America. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is a limitation as I see it.
It's a finite resource.
Yeah. Whereas somebody who's doing a token-based model could actually, I don't know if they could do it on your computer, but they may be able to actually calculate the number of tokens coming in and the distribution of the coins to the community. So there have been some failed token models, and I'll warn against them that there are some that are really not cryptocurrencies. And OneCoin is a token-based model, but they are a legitimate cryptocurrency, and they have a owner who has a lot of experience in the space. And the verdict's out. We'll see what they do. Right. But so far, they've delivered on everything they said they were going to do, and they're the fastest growing cryptocurrency in the world. They're like the AOL of the internet business.
Right.
And but it'll be interesting to see. The one thing that would make OneCoin absolutely blow up and take everybody out is if they became more transparent and they were a little bit more open. But
because right now they're a closed
I mean,
network,
if you're kicking everybody's butt, why would you release your secrets up front?
Right, yeah.
Why not wait another year?
Well, you want to establish the market share in the real estate, right?
Right.
And then once you have that captured,
So I can't discredit her for her business model, but I would say that when they do become open source and they show everybody how they're doing it, it's game over.
Could you see a day where they'd be IPO?
Well, it wouldn't be considered an IPO. That's a securities term.
Okay.
But they would take the mining public, which would allow everybody to mine it.
All right.
And what that would mean is all the people who got in the beginning would benefit like the people in the beginning of an IPO.
Right. Okay.
So the people who mined their coins initially, potentially, if the community accepted them and embraced them and took them to another level, the people who got in early would make massive money.
Right.
Yeah. So massive money. I stutter on my M there. That was pretty funny.
No,
So token-based model. That's like a OneCoin where they can set up and they can acquire some tokens and they can apply them to mining. That's kind of PayPal-ish. It's real easy. No computers to set up.
Yeah.
And there's other token-based companies. I think Visionary is another one. And I was trying to think there was one other one, but there's a couple of them, but nobody has the traction of OneCoin. They're growing like 10,000 people a day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So there's definitely different benefits attached to each of these.
So I do Genesis mining,
Okay.
and I do OneCoin mining right now. Those are the two minings that I do, and then I buy coins off of exchanges. I dollar cost average into them because I'm building a portfolio.
Right.
And so mining is very important, and I know we're running out on time, but let me just say
timing
this.
is also important.
Yeah,
in
timing
addition
is
to
very
mining.
important. The reason you want to mine is because you get the coins at a discount before they. But you get them at a discount for bringing them into circulation. That's really the greatest benefit of mining. But other than that, man, it's
we
exciting.
just have about a minute left here.
Yeah.
So how about give out your point of contact, talk about the lunch, as well as what's up next.
Atlanta, newcurrencyluncheon.com. If you want to come to the meetup, you can also get a hold of me through that page.
Okay.
If you want to set up a Bitcoin wallet, set up coinwallet.com. And if you want to see if there's a Facebook room in your city, a Facebook group, go to the city or state name New Currency, and you might find it there. We got coinlifestyle.com to request my free ebook, coinlifestyle.org to review the ebook or the articles that we've talked about.
And of course, to listen to this show, thenewcurrencyshow.com. But and what's a teaser for next week or upcoming episodes? What are some of those?
It'll be not next week, but the week after that. Right. We've got a couple business owners that will be coming in and talking about using digital currency in their place of business. And I've got one contractor and got some local Atlanta businesses that we're going to bring into the studio.
Nice.
One will be dialing in. But we're going to be talking to them about how they take digital currency, why they do, and what it's done for their business.
So stay tuned for that. We'll see you next time on The New Currency Show.
Thank you again for joining Rich Casanova and his guests on the Pro Business Channel. Use the social media links here to share today's show and stay tuned for the next episode of the Pro Business Show.